Oh, hello. Hello, are we there? We are just about on 11 o'clock this morning on Wednesday. So if you are joining me live, welcome. Just let me know that we are there and that the technology is working for us. I hope perhaps that it might be. Welcome to my living room. I'm Jules, and we are just about to embark on another tiny play session. I can see that there are 3 people, I think, watching at them. Oh, 8. We've gone up to 8. This is brilliant. Great. Glad to have you with me this morning at 11 o'clock on Wednesday for another tiny play session. If you are not joining me live, welcome. Thank you very much to Leslie for letting me know that you are there. If you are not joining me live, then welcome to the YouTube viewers that are probably catching up later on in the week. Thank you for joining me, Molly. Great, lovely to see you with us this morning. This is all really exciting. I can't believe the response that we had last week for those of you that were able to join us. And already some people are sending in their tiny plays that have been created as a result of the fun exercises that we did last week. And the ideas that you've already been having. Who would have thought that 4 yellow things could have really sparked off some those really brilliant ideas? So welcome everybody. Second tiny play session brought to you from my living room here in East London and by the Queen's Theatre and supported by the City Bridge Trust and the London Community Response Fund. So this is really great that you are with us. I hope you're well. Hope that you've had a good week since I was with you last, or since you were joining me last. And we're going to have a different theme this week. Just as I said, there's a different theme each week. And this week it's more to do with what we can see outside our window. So the world outside my window is very much kind of the focus of today. If I look down at all, it's just because I've got a little bit of technology that's going to help us, or like now I've just dropped my pen. So what we're going to do is start off with a quick fire challenge, like we did last week. If you've got something to record your ideas on, whether that is a notepad and pen, which I've now picked up off the floor, or whether it is your phone, whether you're making a voice note or just making little notes on your tablet or your phone or some other kind of digital device, we'll kind of crack on. It's not a test, although there is a time limit. It's only so that we can actually fit everything in the 20 minutes or so. So today, our theme, as I say, is the world outside my window, and I would just like you to think about, over the next minute and a half, 2 minutes, weather. How many different types of weather can you note down in the next 2 minutes? Might even be phrases associated with weather, like raining cats and dogs, or blowing a gale, something like that. It's up to you, completely what you want to add. Are you ready? So 2 minutes, off you go. Just start now and the music will come in afterwards. Or not. There we go. Technology is wonderful when it works, isn't it? Keep those ideas flowing. Excellent. And you can always add some of those ideas in the comments. Lovely to see everybody with us. Good morning, Andrew. Good morning, Kim. Sandra, lovely to have you with us this morning. Lovely to have Callie's mum with us. Does help if you scroll down the page. Thank you, Kerry and Molly. Fantastic. Maybe you can add some of those types of weather. I wonder which ones you've got. Great. About another 10 seconds, I think. And there we go. Lovely. Great. So let's see what weather people have come up with this morning. I've got the usual ones, rainy. Viewing from Estonia. Goodness me, Karen. That's excellent. Thank you. Wow. That's kind of taken my breath away a little bit. Great. So we've got thunder, lightning. What else? What other kind of weather have you written down in your notes or recorded your ideas? Please add some of those there so we've got them. Share your ideas. This is all about collaboration. You can add some to your own list and maybe use them as inspiration later on, because I'll probably be asking you to maybe incorporate some of these fantastic ideas and these words into your tiny play when I leave you with a challenge at the end of the session. Great. Okay. Oh, lovely. Listening to the rain through the trees this morning sounded very similar. That's from Karen. Andrew says blustery. Great. I always think of Winnie the Pooh and blustery because Winnie the Pooh and the Blustery Day, one of my favourite. I think that was a Disney cartoon, wasn't it? Yeah, blustery. We've got I got tornado, typhoon, windy. Yeah, great. Thanks, Dee. Blustery. We've had again. Great. It's always funny, isn't it? When I work in schools, I can always tell what the weather's like outside because of the mood of the children. Particularly when it's windy, they always seem to have a lot more energy in those days. I don't know whether you've kind of noticed that as well. So great. We've got hailstones, says Molly. That's excellent. Yeah. We get small hailstones here. They don't quite dent cars in the way that they do in Australia. But great. So we've got some really amazing ideas coming through, and thank you for sharing those. So as I say, we've been kind of experiencing the world through our window, really, haven't we, over these last few strange weeks? Oh, sleet, says Kim. Yes. Hopefully not right this moment. I'm hoping to go out on a bike ride a little bit later on. So fingers crossed. Being a fair weather cyclist, I will kind of only go out when the sun's shining. Right. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to kind of give you another little bit of a challenge. Because what we're going to try and do is think about how weather and how things affect our mood. I wonder what is your most favourite type of weather, and where do you like to experience this kind of weather? How does it affect you? Certainly one of my sort of nice weather for ducks. Great, Sandra. That's lovely. Uh, Nice weather for ducks. Yeah, there are some really great regional weather sayings as well. Um, Certainly one from the Midlands my gran used to use was, if it was brewing a storm, it's a bit black over Bill's mother's. Now, goodness only knows who Bill was, but never mind. But we know it was black over his mother's house. So yeah, so think about the things that affect you, and the way that weather affects you as we move on to kind of the main event, really, in terms of your ideas and writing this morning. So what we're going to do is maybe I'd like you to think about. Well, have a look out of your window. It may be influenced by the weather. Have a look out of your window and think about the three things. In fact, write down three things that you see immediately you look out of your window. So let's put a little bit of music on just to kind of give you. There we go. Turn that down just a wee bit. There we go. So, what can you see outside your window? There's a lot of leaves outside my window. Just make a note of what you can see. Houses, leaves. Actually, there's wind blowing through the leaves. Great, thank you, Kerry. Clouds, blue sky, and breeze. Now, those things that are outside your window, have they changed at all over the last few weeks? So cast your mind back, and what was it like before, maybe 5, 6 weeks ago? Certainly over the road from me, there were houses with pictures of rainbows in the window. Those have maybe changed. Maybe there are more pictures now. How is it different? How is it different now? And maybe do a little bit of time traveling, go forward into the future. How would you like it to be? Or how do you think it might be in 3 or 4 weeks' time? 5 or 6 weeks' time? Is it going to be different? It may not have anything to do with the weather. It's up to you. It's just completely up to you. So keep those ideas flowing. Be as descriptive and creative as you like. Just going to give you a little bit more time. It's great to just be able to take a little bit of time and observe. It's amazing the stories that we can tell just by things that are around us. Every picture tells a story. It's all really great stuff. Thank you all for being with me this morning and being creative together. So we're kind of coming towards the end of that. activity and share what you've got. Share some of your ideas. It'd be really, really lovely to kind of see what it is you're coming up with. And you can use these ideas later on. Don't forget, if I'm going a little bit quick or you would like to elaborate on your ideas, you can always refer back to what we've been doing this morning live. You can refer back to it on the Queen's Theatre YouTube channel and use those ideas to inspire you even further. Great. Okay, so let's see what people have written down or recorded in terms of their ideas. What can you see outside your window? Share those views with us. Great. Is it going to change? Is it things that are going to stay the same? What we're going to do is use some of those ideas for your tiny play. Now, the tiny plays are literally that. They are 10-line conversations. Oh, great. We've got Molly. Molly has got fluffy clouds, a swarm of birds, and trees blowing in the wind. Lovely. Andrew can see chimney stacks outside of the window where he is. I would half expect there to be no smoke coming from those chimney stacks at the moment. Great. These are lovely ideas. And those words just create that picture. Everybody, we can all see it almost in our mind's eye. We all have a reference to where those are things that we've seen. Yeah, fluffy clouds. They might be quite high, those fluffy clouds, I should imagine. A swarm of birds. Great. I wonder what sort of birds those are. We get a lot of swifts above what I can see from my back garden very often in the evenings. Great. Okay. So I'm actually going to, we're sort of on 18 minutes already. I can't believe that these times go so quickly. I'm going to kind of start leaving you with the challenge for this week, and for your tiny play. And as I was saying, it's a tiny play is a 10-line conversation between different people, different characters, if you like, or it could be a monologue. 10 lines spoken by just one person. It could be a song. It could be a poem. It's totally up to you. There are no sort of right and wrongs in this. Just write what you feel that has been inspired by the things, the ideas that you've come up with today. And the theme for your tiny play this week, your challenge, should you choose to accept it. Two people. One person is looking at the world from their window. They are inside, perhaps. They could be looking through an open window. They could be perhaps on a balcony or even standing on their doorstep. They are having a conversation with another person. Perhaps they are at the end of the path. They may be down below looking up at the person on the balcony. They could be talking to them through the open window. I'd like you to think about, how do these people know each other? What is their relationship? Is this a planned meeting, or is it just a chance encounter? What are they talking about? Why are they having that conversation? And you're going to kind of write the story through that conversation, that short exchange in 10 lines. And we'd like you to share those with us at the Queen's Theatre. As you may know, we are aiming to put a collection of these tiny plays together at the end of these series of sessions. And some of those tiny plays are going to be performed by local professional actors, which is really exciting. So you're going to get actors that will breathe life into the words that you have written. And to actually hear somebody else saying the words that you have created can feel very different. They're maybe not the same, that the way that they sound, the way that you heard them in your head. But it's a really exciting development when that happens. So please, sort of share the work with us. And the way you can do that is by sending them through the post to the Queen's Theatre. And so there we go. So send them to the Queen's Theatre, Hornchurch, Billet Lane, Hornchurch, RM11 1QT, or email them to us. Put tiny plays perhaps in the subject line, and email them to learning@queens-theatre.co.uk, and add your name and contact details, and if you have it, the title of your tiny play. As I say, we had some amazing contributions last week, and you may feel that you don't want to send your tiny play in right now. You can leave them till the end of the sessions. You can always revise them, but I'd keep a copy of it, just so that you've got a record of your own work. But we're on 22 minutes. Thank you so much for being with me today, or catching up. I look forward to having you with us again. Have a great week, and I look forward to reading your creative contributions. It's been absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for being with us, and see you again soon. Bye for now.